Hey, what's up everybody? Justin with the Away in the Wilderness channel. Just out here tonight on a small little hike. The only thing I have on me are my car keys and this miniature haversack. Tonight I wanted to go over the contents of this. I actually recently put out a video, and on the thumbnail it actually says mini haversack. But I have since honed this kit in to more of an all-inclusive kit. And really it was because of a comment that I got on that, and I started really thinking about this kit. And so today I just wanted to kind of go over what I have done to this kit since that video. So give me just a minute. I'm going to get the camera situated, find a suitable area, and we're going to look at this mini haversack. All right, everybody, so this is the haversack here. You can see how small it is. It's literally about just the size of my hand. And I explained this in the last video, the mini haversack video prior to this, where I made some breakfast on a twig stove. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. But just to go over again, this is actually a belt pouch. This is the Possibles belt pouch from Badger Claw Outfitters, or Badger Claw Leatherworks. And I stated in that video that this belt pouch was just a little bit too big for my liking. So I added on these D-rings here, these brass D-rings. And I've been using the leather strap for my bedroll as the shoulder strap, and it's been working really great. So this haversack is actually kind of in between the size of a big belt pouch and a normal size haversack. So I'm going to go ahead and break into it. So when you open this here, right here on the top is, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. So right here on kind of in the back, and here's just a quick look at everything from the top as you're looking into it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and open up this bandana, which is the first thing right there off the back. And a bandana, I mean, I'm not even going to go over all of the uses for a bandana, but having a yellow bandana, I'm sorry, an orange bandana, I guess yellow could work as well, but orange is going to be preferred. The orange bandana could be used for signaling, as a waypoint, anything like that. So many different uses for a bandana, to include the cotton itself you could char as a part of the fire kit, which I'll dig more into that here in just a second. So on the top right here, just wrapped up in this little piece of a shirt, is just a couple drinks, some electrolytes and some coffee. And these, for me at least, having some electrolytes, especially as the weather starts to warm up, it's starting to get a little warmer, having some electrolytes if you're sweating and things like that, if you're hiking, great to have. And obviously coffee, great to have any time of the day. So that's just right there on the top, just to have a few drinks. Threw in a small Pathfinder titanium spork. Down here, and another piece of cotton. Obviously, again, this cotton is going to be a great resource if I run out of char cloth in my char tin. So inside of this one, though, wrapped up in this piece of jute, is just about 4 little sticks of fat wood. Right next to that, ferro rod with some Gorilla Tape on the end and some more jute twine. And a lot of this is going to be pretty heavy on the fire. Bic lighter, again, with some Gorilla Tape on the end. And the Gorilla Tape can be used, obviously, for multiple reasons. But really, on here and on here, it's going to be used for a flame extender. You can strip down that Gorilla Tape, make a ball out of it, and it'll take a spark from a ferro rod. Obviously you could light it with the Bic lighter as well. Right on the side of that is just about 20 or 25 feet of number 36 bank line. Always a good thing to have some cordage on you. Right next to that, just another small thing of jute twine. This obviously could work with your fire kit as well. All of this jute twine, you can make a tinder bundle with it. You could use this to bind or tie things, anything you needed to do with this natural cordage. Just a spare little buck blade, just another cutting tool to have. In here, and another just rolled up piece of that old t-shirt. It's going to be a flint and steel set. Just a striker. You know, you use this with your charred material. See if I can go ahead and get a flame or a spark here. See those sparks? Having a hard rock with that would be great to start a fire with. And in order to conserve all of these resources, would be, if the sun is out, and the sun in my area, you know, it's actually daylight savings time was today, so we sprung ahead on the clock, so we're getting a little bit more daylight. But as the summer approaches, just a magnification lens to be able to start a fire that way with your char cloth. This is a great way to conserve all of your resources. So I have that in that little pouch so it doesn't get scratched up inside of the kit. And I'm going to set that aside. The next thing, again, just another extra piece of Gorilla Tape. And inside here now, I'm going to set that aside, but inside here is just some tinder, some birch bark and things like that. Really, that might be the only thing. I do have a striker down here. Actually, you know what? That's inside of here, actually. And what I did was, this is, I believe it's the Pathfinder M34 Scout Canteen, I believe it's called. This is basically like the Swiss officer's canteen that you've seen. If you've seen a lot of people, they'll carry them in their haversacks. It's just a really slim nesting cup to that canteen, and all I have in here is the nesting cup. I do not have the canteen, but this is just for a way to boil water if I absolutely had to. And I'm going to go ahead and break into this because I have a few things sitting inside of here. Obviously, this is just a little match case with different types of matches in it. Striker, this could be used to obviously shave your fat wood, strike your ferro rod, things like that. So that's in there. A little block of magnesium, obviously to start a fire as well. You can shave some of this off here to take a spark from your ferro rod. Again, fire, but you could also use this to clean out your cup if you needed to. Just some steel wool, which would obviously not obviously, I mean, it would be a good thing to have for something that I have in here as well. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull both of these out. This is just my char tin, and inside of this char tin I actually have a couple things, kind of some repair items. But inside of the char tin I just have some charred cloth, some a charred piece of lamp wick, and a couple extra pieces of lamp wick. I have some artificial sinew and just a big cloth sail needle wrapped up in some Gorilla Tape so it doesn't poke through anything for repairs or things like that. But I also have a small AAA battery, just an extra battery in there. And I threw all that in there really just to save on space, being as this is a pretty small haversack. You can't really, you know, you want to save as much space as you can. So all of that's in there, and that extra battery would work even as another way to start fire with this steel wool. If you you know, get some of that wool, wind it up, touch both of the ends, you could get this burning itself. And as my candling device or my light, this is just a small brass. To be honest with you, it says I3T EOS. I'm not even positive where I got this, or okay, there it is. It's actually made by ULTRALIGHT, and it's just a small little light, nothing too bright or anything like that, but just nice to have as a backup, just you know, if things were to get dark. In fact, the sun's getting ready to go down here before too long. I don't have too far of a hike to get back to my car or anything, but nice to have in the kit. And this is just an oversized safety pin, and this could be used if I'm carrying this kit with a wool blanket or something like that. If it's a little chilly at night, in the morning around the fire, I could use this to pin my wool blanket around me, kind of like a cloak, just to keep myself warm. And in this other little brown pouch here, I have a couple things, because obviously you're not able to fit a big canteen or anything to carry water. So what I did instead was, obviously, again, I have the small little nesting cup to boil water. And I mean, if I absolutely needed to, I could boil the water in there. But I also threw in a couple, or I'm sorry, 1 pack of Catadine water purification tablets and a Whirl-Pack bag. So this, I could carry a whole quart or 1 liter in this bag. So if I absolutely had to, there's some water just right over here. I could go grab some water, fill this up, and purify that water with these water purification tablets if I absolutely needed to. And the last thing I have in this case here, or in this little pouch, I'm sorry, is just a Mylar bag. A Mylar space blanket. That is going to be some kind of a cover element. Obviously, again, this haversack being so small, you're not going to be able to fit a big cover element in there, but at least this is something. This you could set up some kind of a lean-to. If you needed to improvise a shelter, you could use this in the back of that shelter or in front of your fire to reflect the radiant heat back to you. So in a pinch, this could get you through as some kind of a cover element in the absolute worst case scenario, which probably is never going to happen. But if I absolutely needed to, I would be able to at least have something to affect my survival, to help to aid in keeping my body's core temperature regulated, things like that. So anyway, I'm going to get this whole kit set up, and I'll kind of just pan over everything so you can see everything that I have in this mini haversack. Thanks a lot for joining me out here tonight, guys, going over the contents of this mini haversack. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't done that. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys have anything that you think that I could add or take away, or any kind of ideas with regard to this, do you think it's practical to carry something this small? Leave that in the comment section below. I genuinely do like to hear everything that you guys say, and I take a lot of your guys' stuff into consideration when I'm tinkering with different kits and things like that. So I really appreciate all of the views, all the support, you know, all of that, guys. So I'm actually gonna get this wrapped up, get everything put back in here, and hit the trail, head back to my car. It's getting a little dark, so hopefully I won't have to pull out that flashlight in there, but at least I have it if I do need it. So anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. God bless you guys. Have a great night.